Hello everybody. After doing 10 years of sales consulting and sales training, we've been trying to identify what are the differentiators between the sales superstar, the Jedi Master if you will, from the average performer or the poor performer. And we've found a number of differentiators, but there is one that stands at the top of the pile, so to speak. And that's that the sales superstars and the sales leaders know that in the world of sales, results rule. In the world of life, results rule. Either you've got results or you've got a story why you don't. Either you met your number or exceeded your number, or you've got a story why you didn't. And if you're trying to lose weight, you either lost the weight or you've got a story why you can't. If you're trying to become fit, you've either achieved that level of fitness or you've got a story why you can't. See, I think in life and in sales, one of the things that holds most people back is the story they've been selling themselves on why they can't close the gap between where they are and what they want to achieve, why they can't align their actions with their intentions. And so the differentiator is these top producers, these superstars, they know that because results rule, they've got to take 100% responsibility, 100% accountability for those results. They look in the mirror every day and they own the gap. They own the difference between where they are and where they want to be, and they've made a decision and they're determined to close that gap. The average producer or average performer tends to fall into a number of traps, and I'm sure you've seen them. Number one, they begin to blame. They find blame for the reason they couldn't achieve the goal or close the gap. They blame it on the economy. They blame it on their boss. They blame it on lack of training. They blame it on too much training. They blame it on they don't have the right tools. They blame it on they don't have the right territory. They blame it on they can't go find a gym to work out in. They blame it on they don't have time to exercise and get fit. They find something to blame it on. That's the first trap. The second trap is they justify the reason they couldn't close the gap. They say, well, I'm too old, that's a younger man's game, or I'm too young, I'm not seasoned enough, or I just can't make it happen, I don't have the right gifts. They come up with some justification why they didn't. And then the third trap, though, that the average producers and the poor producers fall into routinely is, I call it the death rattle to results, and that's complaining. They're always complaining about the weather, the traffic, the company, their boss, their customers, their family, themselves. They're constantly complaining. And whenever we blame or we justify or we complain, what are we focusing on? Well, we're focusing on negative thoughts. Psychologists tell us that we think on average around 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. And what we tend to focus on expands. So when you're blaming, justifying, and complaining, you're focusing on negative. You're focusing on crap. And you end up becoming a crap attractor. You become a crap magnet as you bring more and more negativity into your life. So I'd like to close out this video by saying, to remind you that if you want to be a top producer, if you want to get the results in sales or in life that you deserve, then you've got to remember results rule, and you've got to own the gap and say goodbye to the story for why you can't do it. God bless you. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.